Hello everybody, Jake, your resident content cowboy here, and these new cursed items appear to do some really crazy things. A lot of what we maybe expected they would do inside the game, and I'm going to go over a ton of it right here. This is from Pokemon Unite update alert on Twitter. There's some really interesting things they found out about these items. So obviously we knew it would reduce healing, and there was a lot of questions around what kind of healing it would reduce. So you can see in this clip right here with this Hoopa, it will reduce healing when they are heading to base right there. So you can see the Mewtwo is hitting them with that cursed item, and it is starting their heal reduction. You can see the little tick at the bottom of the screen there. Their heal reduction is on for 3 seconds as they're hit, and when they go back to base, you can see they're healing less until the cursed item comes off. So even going through a Hoopa portal is not going to take away the effects of this item, meaning obviously that really any form of healing is going to be affected by these items. Let me show you a few more. We can see right here Goodra's Unite move healing at 264 right there, and obviously it has a ton of ticks for that healing, and we can see with the cursed item charge on there, it is healing it for 184. So that is that 30% reduction in healing you're seeing right there on Goodra. Obviously we would expect something like that from a Unite move, but there are a lot of other interactions. This little image right here is taking a look at goal healing. So you heal less on your goal zone when you are hit with a cursed item. You also, I assume, are going to heal less when you score when you are hit with a cursed item, meaning that enemies are going to be able to dive goal zones a lot more effectively than they could before. And lots of Pokemon that have incredible sustain, things like Lapras and Umbreon, are really going to be affected by these items. This right here is just kind of a wild interaction that they took a look at. This is Mamoswine healing with a potion at level 10. It heals it for 1,488. This is Mamoswine after it's been hit by the cursed item, and it is inside a Delphox Unite move. Delphox's Unite move already reduces healing by 50%. Now you stack another 30% on top of that. It is healing itself for 297 with a potion. I think in so many ways this is going to be a game-changing new item for Pokemon Unite, and I think the biggest things are those moments we don't expect. Taking a look at an enemy Pokemon that has lifesteal, taking a look at an enemy Pokemon fighting on a goal zone, and realizing that, hey, maybe you drop one item from your water bearer and you decide, all right, I'm not going to use whatever it is that you're not going to use. Maybe you don't use a muscle band or something like that. You use a cursed item instead. Now just imagining moments where you're diving a tier 2 with a Pokemon like water bear or something like that. You drop one of its held items, and now all of a sudden you put on a cursed item, and when you're diving their goal zones, you're diving their tier 2s, and they're trying to recover with all of their moves, they simply can't. It's going to change supporters, it's going to change defenders, it's going to change the way you fight around so many different objectives inside the game. Here is an interesting clip of Snorlax attempting to heal inside of a Delphox Unite move, and you can see somehow Delphox has both of its cursed items activated, and there seems to be a little bit of a bug here where both cursed items and the Delphox Unite is active, so much so that the potion isn't healing at all. Now this looks like a bug, but in general, even if they could heal, we're talking about an 80% reduction in the healing right here. I think this is a meta changing situation with a ton of these items. Even if you don't know your opponents are going to run supporters, you are very well aware that you can change things in a big way. And I think you're going to see some crazy stuff change because of this. In some ways, this could be one of the biggest changes to something like Comfey, a Pokemon that we know has needed some nerfs for a while. Every time you hit the Pokemon that a Comfey is attached to, they're going to receive 30% reduced healing from that Pokemon. Just a total game changer, and I wanted to talk about it here. Let me know what you think about this new addition that should be coming to the game, actually, I think later this evening here on the West Coast, Best Coast. I love you all. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Nerf Mewtwo.